Capricorn, hello, how are you? This is your August reading, or it's your whenever you find it reading, however you want to do it. Yeah, let's chuck some cards about for you. I am going to have a quick look at past energy, current energy, and where those energies may take you, bearing in mind everyone has free will, you and other people. Nothing is set in stone. That card. Well, we're going to use Everyday Witches. Normally I use these for clarifying, but I just felt drawn to them for your reading. Let's do it. Let's go. General reading, okay. I'll try to talk about the energies in a general sense, and it's for you to apply to your life as you see fit, but specific themes do come through often. So if you want a specific message about love or career, you may get it. Past energy, please, for Capricorn. Past energy, please, for Capricorn. Past energy for Capricorn, please. Thank you. The World in reverse. Interesting. Two of Cups. Interesting. One more past card, thank you. Ten of Swords, yeah. Yeah. Actually, this feels like an ending. See, I saw that Two of Cups and I was like, but. And then the book came with the Ten of Swords. It doesn't necessarily mean an ending as such, as in a separation or a splitting up. I mean, Two of Cups does mostly speak of love relationships, really. I mean, you know, it could speak to something else for you, but a job or something like that. But well, it's past energy, you will know. But it's either a separation or it's some sort of ending of a way of being within a relationship that has allowed it to take on a new dynamic. It could be that, but for some of you the new dynamic could just be separation. Yeah. Anyway, I shouldn't say too much before I get all the cards out, but I did. I'm putting on collective energy, by the way, just as a reminder. It just means that not necessarily every single message is going to be for you. If the title drew you in, I'm sure there is a message in here for somewhere for you. But yeah, just bear in mind not every single message is necessarily going to be for you. It's a bit impossible when it's collective energy. Three of Cups. All right, I'll take that. Current energy for Capricorn, please. Current energy for Capricorn. Thank you. Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Justice in reverse. Okay. Something just wasn't what you hoped it was going to be. And there's a sense of it feeling very unfair. Future energy for Capricorn. Future energy for Capricorn. Thank you. King of Swords in reverse. Temperance. Future energy for Capricorn, please. Future energy for Capricorn. Okay, I'll take them both. Bottom of the deck. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of you are getting Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You always get repeated cards throughout the collective. It's amazing. But it's just because it's all the same energy, just seen from different perspectives. Anyway, Five of Pentacles, Three of Wands there for your future. Oh, Capricorn, my love. Okay. Okay. Overall energy of your reading. Page of Wands, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Right. I just feel like something isn't quite working out how you hoped it would. And it felt very exciting at the beginning. Like excited at what the path ahead held for you, but somehow it just didn't grow in the way you were hoping. Yeah. And there's that sense of, because you've got the Chariot as well, which is a decision card. Like you can see, this way, that way. So now there's a sense of, do I carry on with this thing? But possibly in a new way, or do I? And that kind of goes back to what we were talking about up here, doesn't it? And I said, I don't know if it's like complete separation or just a new way of doing things. So that's perhaps something that you're toying with. And it could be a love relationship for some of you with the Two of Cups coming out, but more over here now it feels something else. Feels like something else. So it's going to be different from for all of you, but it does seem to connect to this, to be honest, because, you know, the Page of Wands in its upright form, it's kind of exciting and like almost liberating, and I get that from the world as well, this sense of liberation. And it feels to me like you were hoping to find, sorry, the card's quite shiny, so I'm just trying to find some sort of sense of liberation or some sort of meeting of some sort of goals. It feels like you were hoping to find that through this Two of Cups. And I think for many of you, this Two of Cups, it represents some sort of soul calling, or at least what you thought was a soul calling, whether that's a romantic relationship or something else. I don't know. For most of you, I do think it's a romantic relationship. I don't think it's ended, but there's some sort of sense of almost disappointment of, oh, well, I wasn't expecting to find this down that path. And it's like, so therefore you've had to put to bed some ideas about what you was hoping and had to let go of them. And that actually does feel a bit painful, to have to let go of certain expectations or hopes. Whether it's a separation or not, I don't know why I'm obsessing over it. I've already said, for some of you it is, for some of you it isn't. And the different forms that can take, I've already said. I've got nothing new to say on that. But it is just the nature of these readings that you just have to kind of talk, and it gets a bit repetitive, and then you'll find that new insight. So that's why I do that. It's just the way it flows, it's just the way it is, it's just the way I read. There is a bit of a sense of an abandonment here, though. Let's dig into that sense of abandonment for you. Just the way this figure in red is running out. I almost feel like, has passion left the building? You see, that doesn't have to be a bad thing if it's a sort of giddy passion. It could just be Devil on the bottom of the deck reversed. Passion leaving. If it's a really heady passion, a really heady desire, if that's left, then that just maybe says to you, well, here's where we need to explore a new way of doing things, a new way that's a bit more grounded, maybe a new way that involves a bit more swords, which is kind of rational thinking and logic. Tell me more about this Ten of Swords. Thank you. Magician, Empress. Yeah, okay. So the Magician comes back to that starting down a path vibe again, but it's in reverse. So it's almost like you got so far down the path and some sort of quite major, I think, adjustment is needed to be made. Perhaps on this path you were not looking after yourself well enough, because the Empress mostly really comes out when self-care needs to be thought about. Thank you. Ace of Swords in reverse. A lack of clarity. So it's that Chariot vibe, that lack of clarity on which way to go next now that something just hasn't quite worked out the way you were hoping. Let's look at your current energy. Three of Cups, Page of Wands in reverse, as we've covered, Justice in reverse. It feels unfair to you. I don't know if it's like what someone has done to you within this situation, someone else's behaviour, or just kind of the way it's panned out just doesn't feel fair to you. It feels like just the fact that this hasn't met your expectations, it feels unfair in some way. But it's almost like you feel something's working against you. And that could have to do with something, some higher up, something that's out of your control. Like, you know, the rules, basically. Justice can talk about the law and the rules, so it's almost like you feel some sort of rule is not fair, or some sort of institution can represent an institution. Some sort of institution is not delivering perhaps in a way you hoped it would. I like the Three of Cups for you here, though. I wonder, though, if whatever this was or is, or, you know, it has helped you connect with people. Like you found new friends through it, I would say. There's quite a celebratory air about this card as well. So it's like good stuff as this, you know, it's not all bloody bad and doom and gloom. You really just feel like you've made connections, like positive connections through this, starting on this journey that perhaps you are now like, what do I do? And actually there's a sense of abundance in this card. Something about nighttime is cropping up here. I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know, maybe it's nighttime as you're watching. That seems a bit lame though. Something about... It's almost like these new connections you've made, these friends, may help get you through dark times. I think that's why the night's coming in, but it's about the darkness. Also, you know, we've got the moon in this card, and the moon can speak of like illusion and not quite seeing things clearly, which it does feel like you're not seeing things clearly at the moment, especially with the Ace of Swords in reverse. But it feels like these friends, I don't know, when you're sat in that energy of not seeing things clearly, or disillusionment, or just feeling like things are a bit dark, it's almost like these friends, they will sit with you in that. And that's kind of, you know, a friend who can do that is a valuable friend. Yeah. Future energy. Why have I picked this up? I obviously feel the need to clarify already. Future energy. Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Capricorn. I don't know what to say, my loves. it's tough energy if I'm honest. And what's the point of doing this if I'm not honest? There's some sort of sanctuary available to you, okay? I don't feel like you're seeing it or you're aware of it or you have the faith it exists, but you know, and part of it may be connected to this Three of Cups energy. Another three has came out with it. It feels like once you find this sanctuary, and it might just be about finding like a home within yourself, I don't know. Once you find this, it's going to open up this Three of Wands energy to you, which is an energy of growth and expansion. How do you find this? I think it's going to take a bit of time to find this feeling, to access this feeling of sanctuary that's available to you. That's Temperance in reverse. It feels like it's going to take time. It feels a bit like you might have to almost walk through syrup to get to it, if you know what I mean. And that doesn't even feel like resistance that's coming from you. It feels like some sort of environmental resistance, and some of it could come from a King of Swords reverse figure in your life. And I'm never a big fan of when the King of Swords really comes out reversed. It just feels like an interfering energy here. Someone who's almost trying to cut you down. So I don't know how you relate to that. I mean, yes, it could be internal to yourself, but anything internal like that was probably born as an external thing anyway when you were growing up or whatever. So make of that what you will, but there's some sort of energy of tearing you down. But you can find the necessary sanctuary, safe space, safeness that will allow expansion for you. It just feels a bit heavy and blocked at the moment, and I think it feels like quite a hard slog to get there. How can you help yourself? I don't know. Would it be about accessing this Page of Wands energy again, this verve, this passion? Would it be? Let's see. How can you help yourself? Because it just feels like you've got to walk through syrup. That was interesting though, because this is all about perseverance. So that's maybe it. That's maybe the answer. Let's see if there's anything else. It could just be that you need to persevere and sort of have faith as well. I don't know. The Five of Pentacles can speak of having faith to me. And possibly like kind of not beating yourself up for some sort of outcome that you feel you could beat yourself up for, but how much of it is down to you and how much of it is down to kind of these authorities or these people or this institution or whatever that's sort of making rules, and or even just how much of it is down to luck. I don't know. Let's ask how Capricorn can help with this walking through syrup feeling. Six of Swords in reverse. Well, that's about processing past traumas. So it could be that this King of Swords, Ten of Swords again. It could be that this King of Swords energy was a source of trauma for you, and there's something about processing that. And you've got Ten of Swords again. The heaviness is attached to this Ten of Swords ending. I mean, it's pretty hard to walk when you've got 10 swords in your back. Help for... you've got the Three of Wands again, in reverse again. I don't know what to say. Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. There is that sense of self-sabotage. So the Ten of Swords feels painful, and I wonder if there's a bit of a reluctance to feel that pain. Because you've got to feel it to process it, and this is all about processing pain. I think that might be it. I think you're being asked to maybe not bury this pain, allow it to rise, feel it, and that's going to help you, because there is a sense of expansion, a great sense of expansion with this Three of Wands, particularly in this Three of Wands. Actually, in this deck, I do always get that. So it's interesting I spoke about expansion before on the basis of that, because some Three of Wands I don't always get that feeling, but it's almost it's like a portal to another dimension or something. I love this Three of Wands card. Yes, it came out in reverse, but and you know, that's what we've got. 3 threes come out now, so there is also this sense of kind of joining together with other people and being more than the sum of your parts, because I did spy the Three of Pentacles as well on the bottom of the deck. But there's also some sort of sense here of using swords, i.e. rational, logical thinking, to kind of look at what resources you have available to you with the Magician here. Because really the Magician tells us that we have all the resources that we need to move forward, but the way it's come out in reverse suggests to me that you're not recognising those resources. In fact, there's a similar message in the Five of Pentacles. So there's something about missing what resources are available to you somehow, or maybe not accepting them or something. And I feel like it's swords that are going to help you recognise these resources. So that's kind of intellectual knowledge, or rational thinking. So applying that to the situation feels like it's going to help you with this kind of wands energy, this expansion. All right, let's get you some fortune cookies to finish, because that's what I've been doing for all the signs this month. Final message for Capricorn, please. Final message. Oh God, we don't need that many messages. Oh, love came out upturned. Yeah, I mean, that's come out for quite a few signs. It's unbelievable, really, the way the energies connect throughout all the different signs. Love is in the air, a great time for commitment and taking relationships to the next level. That could be what this is, There's Two of Cups, Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords ending is not about separation, but about like ending old patterns and recommitting to people in a new way. Is that possibility? Final message for Capricorn. Final message for Capricorn, please. Final message for Capricorn. Something turned up. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 more. Intuition. Again, that's something else that came out, I think, in the Virgo reading. All the same ones. All the same ones. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. And surprise! A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those searching. Definitely looking good from the fortune cookies if you are looking for love. Right. Well, I hope that made some sort of sense to you, Capricorn, my loves. Do let me know in the comments. I always love your comments. Do give me a thumbs up if the reading resonated. It does just help the algorithms, help the readings get out in front of people, and also if it did resonate with you, again, subscribe, because it helps the channel grow, and it also does help me pick up on your energy for next time. Capricorn, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much. See you later.